In this video, we're going to go over the major structures of the pelvic girdle. And so I'm trying to hold all these bones together. We have two coxal bones, and the coxal bones are called os coxae. Okay, one os coxa, more than one os coxae. And then they articulate with the sacrum. And so I wanted you to be able to see this. And as we look here, just want to take this moment. This is clearly a male pelvis because of how small the what's called the inlet of the pelvis is. And so I need one more hand here, but this right here is the pelvic inlet. And so the tailbone is kind of going in, and these points right here are pretty close together. In a female pelvis, you're going to see more of an opening. It's a rounder opening. And that is largely due to hormones that become active in puberty. The hip bone actually changes shape in response to female hormones. And then giving birth will also change the shape of the pelvis. So I'm going to put the sacrum and one of the os coxa away so we can focus on what we need to learn. So the os coxae are actually formed out of 3 fused bones. Okay, and so I want you to just kind of get an orientation here. So this is the superior portion of the bone, this is the anterior portion, and back here is the posterior portion. So this part is called the ilium. Okay, and this part over here is the pubis, and in back we have the ischium. Okay. When we're looking at the ilium, we can feel this on our own bodies, right? We can feel this ridge on our sides, about in line with our navel, right? We can just on the sides, we can feel this ridge. And this ridge is called the iliac crest. And the iliac crest ends with a point that's called the anterior superior iliac spine. We also have an anterior-inferior iliac spine, but that's not on our most important points. So anterior, superior iliac spine, and the iliac crest. Okay, we're going to go to the back here and look at the ischium. And the ischium has this bony projection called the ischial tuberosity. And this is the part of the bone that we sit on. So if you take yoga and your yoga instructor says something about your sits bones, this is what she's talking about. And then over here we see the lesser sciatic notch. Okay. Hope you guys can hear my kids screaming upstairs. We're just going to kind of wrap it up by going through a few more. Here, where the hip, where the femur fits in, is called the acetabulum. And this opening here is called the obturator foramen. Okay, so those are the major parts of the pelvis. Okay, and again, this is the anterior. This is where it meets with the other bone, forming the pubic symphysis. This is the acetabulum where the femur goes in, and this is the posterior.